What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. My name is Greg. So what I'm doing for you guys today is 8 accessories that are honestly, will change the game for your Uber and Lyft experience. And these, I'm just going to preface this by saying, I'm not going to say phone mount, Uber sticker, and a bunch of obvious things. These are 8 things that you don't need and you might not have thought of. But these are things that have really helped. I've done a good amount of these, and then the rest of these I talked to other friends I have that drive that use them, and this is what they told me. So, but before we get going, just wanted to real quick tell you guys about GetUpside. GetUpside is the best app for gas for Uber and Lyft drivers. The very first time you use it, you get 25 cents off per gallon. That right there is just so worth it. Just use it once, if anything. So, link in the description, check it out. All right, so the very first accessory that's a major game changer, I would say this is just more of a precautionary thing than anything, but is a dash cam. I didn't always have one, but I had a situation with a very drunk girl that was getting way too handsy with me, and to be honest, if I'd wanted to press charges, I could have. After that, I got really wigged out because I was starting to think, and I was if they're hammered, they might have seen that whole scenario in a totally different way. And all it really was is she placed her hand on me somewhere she shouldn't have, and I removed her hand and set it on her lap. And I just said, hey, we're not going to do this. It's really nice about it, but she was super hammered, so I didn't know how she would take it. And there's been a lot of scenarios, that being the worst one, where I was you know what, that would have been good to have it on video. So I think the best case is getting a dash cam that's going to also shoot forward. So they have some that will shoot the road in front of you, which is good because then if something happens with a car accident, you've got proof. And guys, for the field we're in, we need to be thinking that way because we drive so much more than anyone. Our odds of being in accidents and stuff, unfortunately, it's just higher, That's the reason why no insurance carriers want to insure us if they know we drive for Uber and Lyft. Because they're I don't want to deal with that. That's why I don't tell them. But I'm not going to encourage you to do that. So a dash cam, I think, but like I said, that's very precautionary. The next thing is you can get a dual app LED decal. And so basically it's one decal that obviously plugs in with an Android charger, and it shines for Uber and Lyft, which is really awesome because if you have the Lyft amp and the Uber light, then you need 2 ports at once just to have them on. So this is honestly, I think, a really good thing to do because I think that's going to help your battery life long term. Probably not that significantly, but I think it's a small step. But it's mainly just the ease off of that. That is really good. The next one I have is seat covers. This is one, I used to have seat covers in my last car, and I'm going to be doing that again. The awesome thing about seat covers is because, here's the reality, people are going to be eating in here, they're going to be throwing trash in here, they're going to be doing all kinds of stuff in here. And I have had, on my last car, I've done a lot better on this one, but on the last one, I had so many little stains on my back seat before I got the seat covers. And I think to get them out, I had to pay $500 to some super insane car detailer that had this machine that would get them out, because it was one of them was wine, which I didn't know somebody was drinking freaking wine in my car. But I had a wine stain, I had a mustard stain, I had some really bad ones from people just, stuffing their pie holes in the middle of the ride. But also, what I noticed is whenever you clean your car, if you shove the vacuum deep down in that seat, it literally sounds like you're just sucking up sand because there's so much just grimy and dirt and whatever just jammed in down below those seats. So having a seat cover that's catching all of that to where at the end of the day you can just pull it out and shake it out makes things really, really easy. You don't have to worry about stains. Hypothetically, if someone pukes on it, then it's not a big deal. I would probably still charge them a puke fee, but there you go. You charge them, think about this. If you charged them a puke fee and then you just went home and quick took off your seat cover, and just for that night while you threw the seat cover in the washing machine or whatever, you would have a $600 night. So seat covers were my next one. The next one, this is another one I really like, is all-weather floor mats. And so basically they're these real thick weather floor mats. My mom actually got me onto these. She lives in a beach town, so she got them because whenever she would go to the beach, she was sick of there just being so much sand on the floor. So these mats are like really, really great. One ride in particular where I wished I had them was I picked up these guys at a horse barn, and I'm actually allergic to horses. I know it's like a really odd allergy, but I'm allergic to horses. And they got freaking horse crap all over the floor mats, and that's like, I can't blame them for that. Like, that's their job. They needed a ride, like whatever, you know. And they tried to stomp it all out before the car. It's not like they just, you know, came in here and kicked their boots off and, you know, had a good old time. But in that scenario, I wished I had, because I had to go straight back to the car wash that I'd already been to that day, and I was vacuuming for like 20 minutes getting it all, because it like caked onto the floor mats and then was like solidifying. So I had to vacuum like crazy, like, because I had to have it all gone or I'd be sneezing the entire day 100 times. So all-weather floor mats, again, a big game changer. They're just going to make the cleaning process for you each day so much easier. Let's see. The next thing is a back shield. Now, I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this, but the back shield is like a really cool thing for back support that you can attach to your seat. And it is, I haven't used this, but this one, I saw so many people raving about this online, and I actually am going to order one this week and check it out, because I don't know about you guys, but for me, like, I fluctuate between knee pain and neck and back pain depending on the position of my seat. And if you guys do this long enough, you know that like you'll adjust your seat, like, or maybe it's just me, but I'll adjust my seat probably like 20 times in a day when I'm Ubering, because my knees will start to get sore. So then I have to go all the way back so that I get a little more extension. But then when I'm doing that, I'm driving more like this, and my back and my neck slowly start to hurt. So then I'll scoot all the way back up. And so I've heard this back shield is a really good thing for helping you get like good back and neck support, which we want to take care of our bodies long term, and that's probably a good way of doing it. All right, the next one is LED headlights or a flashlight. Personally, I will never get LED headlights because I hate how much they affect me when someone else has them. When I'm in oncoming traffic and there's LED headlights, like oh my God, they're like the worst to look into. But the reason why they're good to have, or having a really big handy LED flashlight, is if you do nighttime driving, especially for delivery drivers, this would be massive. Being able to have a really strong flashlight to see house numbers is like a big game changer. That was one of the hardest things for me as a young new driver, was I was always pulling up to the wrong houses because I couldn't see house numbers at night. So, yeah, I think I would personally go flashlight, just because I feel like everybody hates cars with LED headlights. Not all of them are that bad. It's like a lot of the ones on the trucks are what really get me. But yeah, so, and then the next one I had is a neck rest. There's some really cool, they're like a lot like the airport or airplane like neck rest pillows you can get, but they're a little more enhanced. I've even my friend has one that even massages him a little bit, and so he wears it and it keeps his neck in a really good position to where he's like forward enough. But you know, because like I don't know anybody that likes driving like this with like their head all the way back. I hate doing that. So a neck pillow, or a special, there's like a real special car neck driving one you can get, and I've heard that that's like a real big game changer. All right, the next is the car seat gap fillers. I don't know if you guys have seen these, but these are really sick. And basically, it's like a slide-in little thing, and what it does is it stops your phone from dropping in between your seat. It'll stop food from getting down there. That's like the biggest reason I get bad smells in my car over time, is like I'll not notice that like a French fry went down there. And so a lot of times when I'm cleaning my car, I'll find like the most random food underneath my seat, because it'll just slip down that crack. So having these seat fillers are really, really good. That's going to stop everything. A lot of them will have even an additional cup holder in it too. And there's even different ones you can get for that for the back seats as well. But a real quick honorable mention, I wish I'd had it on me. My mom just got me this. She sent this to me, and it's a really cool car table. And what it does is it can attach to the steering wheel, and it creates a little table with a cup holder and a really sturdy base for writing. And what I've really liked it for is when I'm doing airport rides, if I have a long wait, because a lot of times I'll go out and if I have a bunch of writing or something I need to do that day, I'll only do airport rides so that I can get like a 30-minute gap in between each ride. And I flip that thing up and I read on it, I write on it. It's incredibly useful and I've really liked it. But another honorable mention that I've really liked, and this was a driver that gave me a ride, is he had these little things that attach to the back of the headrest. And so when you're sitting back there, it's like a little compartment, and he had some basic hand sanitizers, some small little dinky things like that, and like 2 snacks. But it was also, I don't know, it was just this really cool little thing. And I remember thinking it was like really legit that he had that. And I always talk about like the drivers that do all those little things to go the extra mile are the guys that get tipped the best, you know? So those are my 2 honorable mentions for the list as well. But there you have it, guys. That's my 8 accessories that you didn't know would change your driving experience for Lyft and Uber. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I will talk to you guys again soon.